Hello, 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 and welcome to the ETF2L Season 26 week number 2 match between ChampGG.K and top5rocket. My name is Bren, and I'm joined today by the one and only Nuze, top tier analysis and coach for ChampGG, and also Saam on production. So welcome.
Hi, Bren. How are you doing today?
I am doing tired. That's how I'm doing.
Well, I think we've got a pretty good matchup here. Top 5 and ChampGG are two of the teams that I think are expecting to make playoffs. So it should be a good one, and they're both pretty close in skill level as well.
Yeah, it's going to be a nice and back and forth game, I'm hoping. Most of the games I've covered this season have been meme games, so I'm looking forward to an actual proper game of Team Fortress 2 between two teams that want to actually play the game. No shots fired at any particular team in the current Premiership season, but yeah.
And Snake in process as well. I think the soldiers on these two teams are particularly good. And process is known for, the big plays that soldiers can make, fast rollouts and the sorts. And Snake Water as well. It's very much about spam, and soldiers are really important in both these maps. So I think we'll see some good play. Maybe some fat air shots if we're lucky.
Certainly looking forward to it. Right now, we're just waiting for the teams to roll into the servers, and I imagine we're going to be getting going ASAP. But until then, we can talk about the team lineups. I think we can pop up any team. I'm not picky. Slap anyone up, Mr. Producer. Slap a team, and we can talk about it. Top5rocket. That's a good choice. All right, we've got. Is that top5rocket? I don't think that is.
It doesn't look like top5rocket.
Yeah, the names are incorrect. I don't know. We can talk about them anyway. We can. It might be fixed any moment now. Okay, we'll talk about ChampGG. We got Turbo, Mr. Jom on Medic, Tom Adiski on the demo man role, Funds, another good gamer right there. Funds, he can shoot people pretty well with the scattergun. And Walker, as he likes to be known now. Now, this is an interesting one because nobody actually knows why he changed his name to Walker. I know, because he told me in a pug it was because his last name is Walker, but it still doesn't make any sense to me. And then finally we got Marosh, as I think it's pronounced, on the scout. So quite a fat lineup on the ChampGG squadron of gamers, but yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see how they match up against the Frenchies.
I mean, I'm the coach of ChampGG, and I don't even know why he's called Walker. Yeah, I think this roster has a lot of DM talent. I think Tom and Walker are both two of the best DMing soldiers in Prem, and we can see the DPM, KD, and KAD for Walker is 1, 1, and 2. So he's clearly doing something better than most of the other roamers in Prem. And Funds and Marosh as well are both like pretty strong DM scouts. I think they have a couple tendencies to make some mistakes when the games get a bit more heated, and it's all down to the wire. I think it just comes from inexperience, really. But in that regard, Tom and Turbo are the real, I think, linchpins of this team. They have the most experience, and I think they perform the most consistently. But they're also the two that are probably the most prone to tilting.
That seems
and
to be
definitely a factor in this
factor. Team. Yeah, the tilt factor, as I like to call it. That's interesting. It's interesting because playing against teams like Low Panda, you could tell that they were getting super tilted. Tom was constantly typing in the chat about it. Playing against the Frenchies, did they do anything that might tick a few of their boxes? That might send them over the edge? I don't think they will. Really, do they?
I don't know. I think top 5 will definitely give them much more of a challenge than Low Panda did. At least in terms of like the mechanical aspects of the game, and like how the meta's played usually these days. But I don't think there'll be as much of a tilt factor. So I think ChampGG will probably be playing a lot more solidly than they did against Low Panda.
Right.
And if top 5 can step up, I think they've been playing quite well recently. I was looking at I was watching the warm-up games for Champ. They were playing 7. They were playing close games. No one was getting any tilt. But it was, I don't know, they could have been playing a bit better. I looked at the logs of top 5's games, and they were playing Nunya, and they
Right.
destroyed them. I think it was 6-1 and 4 in their warm up. So going into this, I think top 5 are feeling pretty positive. ChampGG are probably gonna feel it out a bit for the first few rounds, see how it goes, and then maybe adapt from there.
I don't know if we've got team sheets for top5rocket. We might be able to get them. I think they're going to be a bit delayed, but for now, we'll keep talking about ChampGG, I guess. How do you think this first map is going to be CP Snakewater? How does that match up for ChampGG?
I think it'll come down to the first few rounds that decides the pace of the game. If top 5 have mid fights that ChampGG don't react well enough to, and they get a couple rounds on the board, I think ChampGG's they're going to need to react and play aggressively to get the rounds back. And that's when they can be prone to tilting. You know, it's when they try and do stuff that they're not too comfortable with. It's a bit more risky to play aggressive, and if it doesn't work, I think it could go downhill. But if they start coming back, I think they'll take this. On the other side of it, I think if ChampGG win the first couple of rounds, I think top 5 are very capable of playing risky, aggressive TF2. I think that's one of their strengths. I don't know how much they do it anymore, but in previous seasons, I know they were a very aggressive team. And I think I think it works well and complements the strengths of their players. So, I think predictions wise, if the first couple of rounds go to Champ, I think it's going to be a really close one. If the first couple of rounds go to top 5, I think Champ are going to come through and win different set maybe.
All right, we might be able to get the team sheet up. I think this is that correct? Yeah, I think it's
close to being correct.
Close. Who's Elacor?
It looks like we have Elacor instead of it's Namtak.
Namtak and how do you even say that? Nafa copyright O. Neo. Yeah. Okay, that's supposed to be Neo. I think that's correct. Yeah, it's just Namtak we're missing, but a quick little refresh that'll be fixed in a jiffy. But yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. There we go. So, okay, top5rocket. Do you want to read these out, Nuze?
Yeah, for sure. So Ombrak, the main caller and medic of this team. I mean, most of the lineup's been playing for a while. I think the core of it is Ombrak on medic, Medico on pocket, Neo on scout, and then the newer players to the lineup we have Korvac on roamer, Namtak on demo, and Blade on scout.
So it's nice to see the Frenchies in Prem again. I think they were in Prem last season, were they? I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, but it's good. It's good that we've got the French teams again. And we've got players in the server. I don't know when we're going to be starting. I think we've got 5 on each team so far. And one of the Frenchies in spec. So all the French players are currently in. Just waiting on ChampGG for now, and we're going to be getting this game underway. Getting it going. But it's going to be CP Snakewater and then followed up by CP Process. An interesting one. How do you think Process is going to play out, Nuze, in terms of these teams? You already mentioned, we already spoke about Snakewater.
Well, I think ChampGG, from what I've seen and from what I've talked to them about, I think they should be feeling pretty comfortable on Process. They're quite good at playing like the slow sort of 7 meta of TF2, because they've played a lot against 7, and they're the 2 top teams going into this season. So I think on a map like Process, that's, you know, famously quite hard to push last at a high level. You know, you've got the sniper, NG heavy, all sorts of stuff. I think ChampGG will probably prove that they're a bit of a better team on Process when it comes to last defenses, especially. And if they don't, I would be disappointed. But I think the mids might be back and forth on that map. I don't know. I've not seen as much of top 5 this season as I would have liked, but I have quite high respect for most of their players, so I'm expecting good things. Because of when teams play together for seasons after seasons, I don't know how long it's been now, maybe 7 or 8 for these guys, at least the core of them. They build up a sort of synergy that other teams you can't really get after only a couple seasons of play. Things like focus firing and just, you know, how they understand their teammates and what they like to do. I think that's going to come into play for top 5.
It's interesting you mentioned that, yeah. It's been that solid core group of French gamers for quite some time. My first cast was actually 3 out of 6 versus I think they were called Salty Frogs. Something to do with being French, I don't know, they're a bit weird, but yeah, and I think that featured Callback and Medico, I think, potentially. No, I don't think Medico was playing them, but yeah, it's interesting. They're all sticking together. Snakewater. I mean, we've got 6 on either side. Don't know when they're going to start. We're live in 90 seconds. I've received word the game is going to go underway in 90 seconds.
Okay. So here's something I wanted to ask. Who do you think are going to be the players to watch? Who are the standouts? Who are you expecting? Big plays, high DPM, all that sorts. Who do you think?
Tiger, Mr. Walker, always has standout games, usually. He, generally speaking, plays quite well. The countdown begins, so I'm going to pin down Walker on the side of ChampGG. No, the countdown doesn't begin. They were baiting me. Yeah, I'm gonna say Walker. And for top 5, probably Medico. Medico always with the standout gameplay. We'll see if it comes to fruition. But will this be the countdown coming down? Is this the real countdown? Have I been baited? The teams are going to begin to roll out as we're getting into ETF2L Season 26, Week number 2, ChampGG versus the French team top 5 Rocket, and it's going to be CP Snakewater mid-fight number 1. We're going to watch Adiski and Namtak going to be exchanging the spam between each other. Callback taking the high ground pretty early on, as well as Tiger actually. Mr. Walker going to be hiding in their kitchen area. Don't know if they've clocked on to this one. But damage is being done so far. Maros falling very weak all the way down to the south. He's going to be picking up a frag onto Callback, but in the end does get taken down by Neo. So it is 2 quick and easy frags for the top 5 gentlemen. Tom might be the next casualty. He's trying to zip around. He does crater in the end to Neo. So 3 more kills going their way of the French squadron. And they're going to be capping up the mid and moving forward, wanting to build this momentum even further.
It was a bit unlucky. The soldiers of ChampGG coordinated a bomb, but they didn't quite get the damage out. And the rest of ChampGG couldn't get the frag, so now they decided to back up into lobby. Medical's playing quite aggressively, trying to put some pressure onto Turbo. They should be looking to contest this. What do you think, Bren?
I don't know. Yeah, ChampGG, they want to back out of this. They ate a lot of damage from Medico there. He just zipped around the corner and put in a 1-2 rockets, and that was it. They weren't really in a position to try and contest because of the heals, but it is equal uber on either side, so both teams are sort of locking horns right now, staring off each other. Obviously ChampGG on the back foot, but I think the Frenchies are looking to infiltrate their way into the lobby area if they can, slowly but surely. Just waiting, biding their time. And is this going to be the sack-in right now? Callback and Blade want to be moving in this left-hand side. They've infiltrated the last point. The sentry gun has been built. Callback moving right round the corner. Not going to be finding the kills. It's going to be Fun's sentry gun and shotgun that does the work. Brings down the 2 sacking players. But is this the big bait news? Are they baiting them into pushing into them?
It looks like top 5 are holding quite forward after losing 2 players for their sack.
Tiger?
Walker's coming in for the counter sack. He gets a nice rocket onto Umbrag, but not quite enough to follow up. He dies pretty quickly down to the focus fire of top 5. I wonder if they're going to go for another counter sack off this. Medico's peeking the left side, but Marosh is just looking at him, denying him any sort of position to get in. And Blade dies to a sticky trap from Adiski, so I think we're going to stalemate out again. From Blade's down right now, so he could hold the spawn door open or he could opt to take an off class. I'd expect them to do that, because bombing in a soldier is a bit risky, especially when they've got a hold set up with the sentry and the sniper. And he does opt to take the sniper, so it should be interesting. I think he'll probably end up peeking left side, but we'll see what he can do. I don't know that ChampGG's spotted him yet, and Marosh is on the counter sniper, so it should be a nice matchup.
Mr. Maros searching for a frag. Top 5, look at his position. I don't want to give anything away. Blade is pretty much the only person peeking. So, interesting stuff so far. The sniper duel coming into action. Blade moving forward. Medico falls to the headshot from Marosh. There's a nice little pick for them. Now Mr. Walker wants to move in. Gets the rockets in. Brilliant force coming out by Tiger. Getting exactly what they wanted. And immediately top 5 Rocket are shifting into gear. They want to try and maneuver off this Uber charge and see if they can get anything out of it. But look at that, the patience by ChampGG, just waiting calmly. They're going to basically wait for Tiger to respawn, and they've got this Uber charge as well to push out with when they get round to it.
I think they're gonna try and slowly push lobby and maybe get some picks to work with. Pushing Uber into no Uber can be good, but out of Snake last without any player advantage can be quite risky. And they are keeping the sentry on last, so I don't think they'll be pushing here. And there's not really anyone forward enough for them to get any picks. So they're just trying to get Marosh in to get some, maybe get a pick there.
Yeah, they still have Blade on the sniper as well, so yeah, pushing out into that is always a force to be reckoned with. They are going to be waiting it out for now. The spam being exchanged, they realise Marosh still on that sniper role. He's getting spammed out as well, waiting for that arrow. And it's going to be picks all apiece. Tiger goes in for the sacking attempt. And attack falls. Brings him down, I should say. But yeah, what were you gonna say there, Nuze?
I think Marosh is playing better than Blade so far in the sniper. He's getting the entry picks. Ty was so close to forcing Umbrak. I think he was about 20 HP. But now we see Blade opting for the spy, so ChampGG should probably be expecting this. I mean, most of the time the off classes are either a sniper or a spy, so they should be looking. And he's just trying to walk in under. I don't think he's been spotted yet. He's just playing the cloak right. And Adiski is really close to him. I don't know if he'll be able to hear his footsteps or anything. But he's just going to try and get him back into position. Turbo's holding quite far forwards, so it's going to be hard for him to get in a position to get the stab on Turbo. He might just go for Adiski.
The players moving in. Callback with the leap in. Going to be bringing Marosh down to about half HP, but he surfs away gracefully. He's going to be waiting for that arrow. He's finally going to get it, but the lobby area has been infiltrated by the Frenchies. Just like, I want to make a World War II reference here, but my history knowledge is not great, so I'm going to avoid it. The teleporter does get fragged by Namtak, and they're not going to be searching for anything else. Oh, maybe. I tell a lie. Callback moving in. The bomb. Oh, one rocket onto Mr. Jom. He serves away beautifully. Blade still waiting patiently. Callback and Medico have fallen here. What is Blade up to? What is this man made of? He's moving in. The young cloak coming out. Gets the face stab. Going for the shots. Not going to be working out. Marosh is the one to bring him down. And with that being said, ChampGG looking to recontest the second point. Already getting a bit of cap time on it. The Frenchies looking to recontest, but no. Marosh puts an end to it. One quick shot to the cranium. Brings down Medico. And with that, ChampGG happy to press forward maybe.
Yeah, with 2 picks and even Ubers, it's enough to pressure, maybe even get a force. Korback's in a position above the choke, and I don't know that they see him. If they commit to this right now, after they're cancelling it off because of the spawners of top 5. So we're just going to have another stalemate on mid. They're happy to play with that because Marosh is still on sniper, so we should be looking to see some more headshots here. Hopefully at least.
Marosh, he's going for it. He takes a lot of spam. And he surfs away once again. For now, still locked in. It's still 0-0 across the board. But the scoreline suggests a slow-paced game. It's actually been relatively action-packed given the stalemates. And for now, ChampGG just going to be holding on to this second point. Mr. Walker up top, just locking down that drop-down area, spamming a rocket every now and then. He's got some expensive guns and hats, hasn't he, that Tiger?
Oh.
I don't know why I'm talking about that when Medico's getting a bomb in anyway. He's trying to go for Mr. Jom. Now Callback moving in. 1 rocket, 2 rockets, and he gets the force. Unreal stuff. That's exactly what they wanted. But at the same time, Umbrak has fallen in the back lines. Marosh gets the headshot onto him. So the big counter plays. Blade now going for the back cap attempt, but at the same time, I think this 6-man stack is going to be enough to try and cap this up. Unless they block it. They get the block in just in the nick of time. Is it enough? Blade still going for the back cap now. Oh, the block! Just in the nick of time, Blade's got it. And now Blade, he's moving in. He's a man on a mission. He's going for that last point. The spawners coming up. The only person up is Tiger. He's going in ×2 on the point. The top 5 rocket, and they claim
really
around. Well, unbelievable.
They had 3 separate players, like one after another, blocking the point. And ChampGG didn't react fast enough to it. And it was just enough to get him the cap. That was incredible play from top 5. Really well coordinated.
That was so close. Oh my god. Well, moving in, it's going to be round number 2 now. After that god block that just came out from the top 5 rocket squadron. And it's that chemistry that we were talking about a little bit earlier, possibly coming into play there. But Again, Callback taking the high ground on that right-hand side. Going to be putting in the rockets. Marsh, and look at this. Tiger moving into the fray now. Ronrock onto Ombrak. Oh, beautiful shot. Brings down Ombrak. Doesn't stand a chance. Nice shot, says Ombrak. And he deserves it. Beautiful stuff all around. But top5rocket striking back now. Tom looking to send the pain straight into Callback as Funds is going to help take him down. Neo takes the 1v1 in the end. And it is going to be top5rocket who comes out on top. But that was a nutty air shot by
Incredible.
Tiger. Oh.
It was really good aggression and obviously an insane air shot on Umbrak there, but the counter aggression from top 5, I really like that as a reaction to a double soldier bomb to go aggressive across the point, and they ended up getting the frags. Funds and Tom weren't enough to deal with the 3 players that were alive at the end, and now top 5 have capped the mid. It's going to be another stalemate, I think, because there's only, what, a 20% advantage for Umbrak?
Yeah.
But I think ChampG are probably wary of crits. I don't know if Umbrak's running it, let me just check.
Is he running?
He is on Uber, so ChampGG are positioned quite passively in their standard hold, I think. And
is that the Yarrow building? It is indeed. ChampGG pulling out all the stops.
Yeah, so I think top 5 are just going to wait till they get Uber, and then they're going to look to probably make a sack play. It's just about how the teams react to this. Walker's just checking where they are and so on. He sees their position, so both teams, they're pretty aware of what the other team's doing, and they're just going to sort of feel out, try and make a play.
Nutty stuff. Medico looks like he wants to try and play this. Umbrak's eating a lot of damage as they're trying to play through this grass area. Neo going to be clearing out the stickies for now, trying to basically bully their way in, but the amount of spam they've just taken from that, immediately the call has been made to reset, and they're going to be wrapping back around, holding just outside the saw room. ChampGG. Marosh, he's aggressive. Look at this geezer right now. Moving around. Does Callback even know? He might have eyes on to Ombrak here. Moving around, trying to go for the body shot. Is he going to hit it? No. Not quite missing it. Going for round number 2 now, but no, the players are there. The aggression brings down Marosh. And Adiski with the follow-up, the counter frag, so it is a 1-for-1 trade.
Now top 5 are wanting to push this. It's 5v5 and it's even Ubers, but they think they can do it. Some aggression from Tom to pressure them, and he does go down. Good focus fire from top 5. Corbacks in and he gets the force. Now we have an Uber trade on point. ChampGG are flashing a lot more and they're trying to chase in, but I don't know that it's a good idea.
Look at that though. It's going to be Tiger finding Neo in the end, but immediately top 5 have backed off, as you mentioned. ChampGG still looking to chase this potentially. They're moving up through the main area, not taking that much damage. Top 5, they've backed off almost fully. They've only got Namtak and Blade on the point currently. Waiting it out, seeing if they can focus down the correct players. Blade eats a rocket in the process. It's going to be a very scrappy, drawn-out fight indeed. ChampGG still trying to basically push their way in this. Blade has managed to wiggle his way into the back lines. Marosh is hot on his tails, gets in a couple of scatter shots, going to be forcing him back. Look at this bomb-in attempt by Callback. Just surfs around, the rockets coming in, and Blade with the cleanup. Medico also following up. These are 2 frags going away, but Ombrak falls somewhere in the back line, so no medic right now for top 5 Rocket. They just need to keep Jom nice and healthy, and they're going to have a hefty Uber advantage to work off.
That was a really nice push into middle there, Bren. They had 2 picks to go with, so they took position, they played the high ground, played spam, and they ended up killing Ombrak, and Turbo didn't take a point of damage, I think. So now they've got a hefty Uber advantage going into second, and they should just be checking the hold, see where the players are, and they should be looking to use this pretty soon. They're 1 round up, but you know, that's not a point to park the bus, I don't think. So they should be looking to get in. Walker's going window. He's calling for his team, and I think they should be looking to come in from Saw just about now. I think Corback's looking in a position to... Oh, Corback's on spy.
Oh my god, Turbo's been completely disconnected. They're trying to push themselves in. They probably Uber off pretty early on. Top 5 do not want to play off it. Oh, do they? They want to try and recontest this. Tom's been absolutely mulched in the cheese area. Marosh finds the counter frag right now onto... who was that? I think it was... Yeah, so that was Callback, but... yeah, immediately they try and make the play, but they've backed off nice and quick. So, ChampGG in a happy situation right now. Ombrak has 100% Uber, but do top 5 want to play off it?
I think like I said, Snakewater Last is hard to push out off of just an Uber advantage, and they don't have picks, so Blade Sniping, they're just going to look to try and get a pick from that and move with it then. They're content to hold last. I mean, there's 16 minutes left and there's only 1 round up, so, you know, they can do what they want at this point. Interestingly, ChampGG didn't opt for for an off class there. I think Tom was dead. He could have held the spawn door. But I think Walker's just going to be looking for a sack. He's moving towards the left.
Interesting.
And now he's going under.
Oh, going for the low area. He spots Blade and gets in 1 or 2 shots. So Jurati just about missing in the end. He's in a bit of trouble. He's going to have to zip himself around that corner. He gets an arrow in the end, so he's nice and healthy. But yeah, ChampGG going to be clocking onto this. Look at this. They're running Neo on the heavy roll. So any sacking attempts are going to be pretty much thwarted quite quickly. Callback gets in a lot of decent damage here. Walker now infiltrated himself in. He's so weak. 3 HP on the man. He ends up getting taken down by Blade. So the sacking attempt once again not working out for them. I can't see Tiger off classing here. Can you?
He's actually been playing quite a bit of sniper recently, and he's been doing all right.
Oh,
but
okay.
so yeah, I'd prefer to take Maro from the sniper. He's been hitting his shots a lot this game, like a lot of crucial picks, and Walker's not. From the warm up, from what I was watching, he wasn't doing that well on sniper, so it's a risk I wouldn't have taken. But you know, anything to get the pick, I guess. And Blade, oh, he was just checking. Blade's opting to counter snipe now. I did see him on spy. I thought he was going for a counter spy. I thought that would have been really nice to see, but
rolls.
It looks like we've got the counter snipe going again. But instead of Marosh, it's Walker versus Blade this time.
Well, looking at this, they're trying to spam out the lower area. Walker immediately finding the frag onto Blade, winning that 1v1 duel. That's going to give them a bit of room to breathe, and they want to move off it straight away. Can they bring down Medico? Neo finding Marosh in the end. Falling very, very weak in the end. It is a 1-for-1 trade right now. Top 5 still moving in. Callback ends up falling to a quick and dirty little headshot there by Tiger. Now the overcharge going to be coming out for both these teams. Once again, trying to play the point a little bit. Medico leaping into the fray, trying to put that damage into Adiski. Adiski, beautiful serve right around the corner. Is he going to wait for that arrow? Still, the players getting cleaned up here nice and easily. Mr. Walker goes in for the play. Now Adiski, he's just going to start to pass the brain onto the point, and Neo just about brings him down with a couple of shots here. Marosh now trying to take this. Oh, Marosh! What is that? Surely not! Okay, I thought he was going to get a 4K down to callback as well and win the game for his team, but that would have been an absolute fairy tale of a last push.
That could have been incredible. I think he had three kills and 4 shots or something unreal. Yeah. And he almost got the kill on callback as well. ChampGG, they were quite aggressive off that one pick, but the spawners came in. The fight took too long and they didn't get the picks quickly enough. And now it's just even Ubers again. A bit unlucky on the failed last push, but good hold for top 5. They cycled their spawns well, and now they're happy to stalemate again with their round advantage, just ticking that timer away. And I think Blade, no, he's still checking for off classes, which is a good thing to do. And I don't know if he'll opt for sniper again. He's been losing the duels, but he does seem to go into scout.
Yeah. Well, it's 100% Uber for both of them right now, and top 5 are still in the driving seat. They have this 1 round advantage, so, you know, they're just happy to try and hold on for now, I suppose. Blade on sniper once again. The Jurati gets committed. He's got the piss on a few players. Marosh and Walker forced to back off for now, and just gonna wait it out, I guess, and see what they can get done. Now Tiger moving in for a sacking attempt. Oh, Medico slamming. He just absolutely destroyed him. That was unreal.
That was a really good defense against the sack. Corback's peeking in lobby, just trying to get some info. They've got 2 picks, and it's even Ubers. They should be looking to push us. If they can get any picks before the Uber comes out, they should be able to cap the second easily. Corback's in on turbo. He gets 1 good rocket, but not able to force yet.
Well, they're still trying to make the plays happen. Few plays falling. In fact, they get 2 more frags. Namtak with the pipes, though. Brings down Funds and Tom, and they get the recap in the end. Ubercharge still holding on for now. Umbrak just waiting for it. He's going to be popping it off here to try and save his teammates. Tiger does bring down Neo as well. So, ultimately, they use the Ubercharge. Not getting that much out of it, to be honest. But still, holding on to second. They do manage to cap that, so not all is lost.
Umbrak popped a lot later than Turbo, but it still ends up in even Ubers. No one was backing out with Turbo, and they all died. So Jom is sitting on what should have been an Uber advantage, but is actually going to be even. ChampGG, they're looking to peek a little bit, trying to get some room because Marosh is on sniper. He's walking in on the right side. He doesn't have a sight line quite yet, and I don't think top 5 are aware of it. They're all bunched up. I think a bomb could do so much damage here.
Yeah, Tiger might be going for it, but it's Korvac and Blade moving into the back lines. Tom falling very weak as well. Medico goes down for the fully charged body shot of Marosh. Now the cap time going to be starting to roll in for ChampGG. And they're going to be happy to just claim this. Again, another kill onto Korvac. Korvac's now down for 15 seconds. This is the go time. I think the call has been made right now for ChampGG. Tom moving forward. He initiates the push. Gets in some lovely damage onto Namtak. Ombrak forced to pop off his Uber charge a little bit earlier right now. Turbo. Mr. Jom now just holding on. Finally going to be popping off his own. Tiger ends up falling, but the trades are coming in right now. The point's going to start to get played. The Sticky's going down onto it. Top 5 trying to collapse onto it right now. Trying to bring down a Diski. They do that. Indeed, Tom now trying to put in the damage with the rockets, but top 5 coming out on top with the superior bombs. And in the end, they're going to be bringing down every single player and being able to recap the second point.
You know, that was going to be a really tight push because the spawners were coming in. And I think what lost them, it was Marosh was still on sniper and they didn't have the other scout to play the point.
Right.
By the time the spawns came in, it was just too much. Turbo managed to get out though, so it's still even Ubers, but... You know, I think they should have been focus firing a bit better there. And again, maybe if Marosh hit a couple nice shots, it would have made the difference, but nothing really happened on that. It was just a good defense from top 5, really. They played the timing well with the spawns. To be honest, I think ChampGG probably should have just went for a force play and then backed out, and it probably would have worked. But we do see they're Ubering in through Saw now, taking position in Cheese. They're just denying lobby. It wasn't much of an Uber advantage, and Ombrak, they might be looking to recontest this with Uber, but Korvac is on Spy.
Korvac is on Spy, yeah, indeed.
And I don't think they know.
Here comes the Uber charge, top 5 moving in. Korvac! He's just running down a D-ski. The pistol comes out, he brings down the players. With that, 2 frags going their way. Tom now leaping onto the point, trying to basically contest it to the best of his ability. But he doesn't quite jump onto it. Marosh is still sneaking around behind in that drop-down area. He's maneuvering his way around. Looking to potentially go for the back cap onto the second, maybe, but... oh, no. Ooh, What's he playing at? He is hiding, but Blade. Yeah, 2 shots. Going to be claiming that 1 kill. Top 5 did not want to push, knowing that Marosh was behind, and now they might look to recontest, but... I mean, ChampGG have already set up a decent defense on the mid.
Korvac is peeking from grass, and so is Blade. They're looking to see what they can do, calling some position for top 5, just to see if they can get anything with a player advantage, but Maros has just spawned, so it doesn't look like they're going to do anything, and it is even Ubers again. Walker's getting aggressive into Saw, and he does get a pick on Medico. That might be enough to go off of a good entry frag there. And they're moving on the right side.
Looks like he wants to go for more, yeah, through the grass area. Oh, Mr. Tiger leaping into the fray, brings Korvac down to very low HP, 35 HP in the end. The pipe's coming out as well. Adiski finding a kill or 2. 2 more frags going their way. Still trying to play this Uber charge now. Gets committed by both these teams. And I think top 5 realise they have a much less superior Uber charge. They've already dropped 2 more players. Make it 3 as Tom with the quick and dirty little air shot onto Medico finishes him up. The cap time's going to start to roll in here. ChampGG want to try and play this point a little bit further forward. Tom putting in the damage. 1 rocket might just do it to bring down Neo. The Sticky's going to start to get later. D-Ski going absolutely huge. And with 3 times onto the point, that is going to be a round on the board for ChampGG.K exclamation mark, making it 1-all.
That was a really good push. Walker taking advantage of some positional errors from Medico, getting the pick, and then they just went in for damage with it. By the time Ombrak popped, I think 3 of his players were under 50 HP and they had to really know position. And then Champ's counter Uber was just on their own terms, and they really managed to make it work and secure the round there.
Well, once again, spam being exchanged. Going to be curious to see how this mid fight is played. Once again, we might see a few counter bombs, but top 5 taking it slow for now. Not wanting to initiate too quickly. Now Tiger moving in once again. Beautiful rockets. Brings down Ombrak now. John, Mr. Turbo, just has to stay alive for as long as possible. Still top 5. Trying to initiate here. Korvac is so weak. 1-minute bomb initiation. The spam just trying to bring them down, but the crossfire. Neo finally comes into the fray. Funds and Turbo going to be picked off with a few scattergun shots. Marosh claims the 1v1 in the back lines, however, and does come out on top. So, I mean, the medics did fall all around. Ombrak is healing someone a bit sooner than Turbo is. So it's going to be a slight Uber charge advantage for top 5. And it looks like they want to try and contest this mid as well, as they are coming in. Medico sending in the spam. I think he spotted the players and the call has been made to reset back.
Yeah, it was looking good for the start of the mid for Champ there. But it was just... Actually, top 5 are looking to repush mid right now. They don't have that much of an Uber advantage, and they're got a spawn disadvantage, but Champ just didn't have the position yet, so top 5 took that mid again. But what I was saying, he was looking really good for the start of the mid, but as so Umbrak died and Turbo was alive, they were playing around Turbo just to protect their medic. But as the first wave of aggression came in from top 5, the Champ players kind of split. So by the time it was the end, Turbo was in too bad of a position, and he got killed. Top 5 were looking to push in just there, but Medico dies to a sticky trap from a Disky, and it's going to be another stalemate again with Ubers. I think Walker's looking to make a play off the one-player advantage. He gets in.
Okay, he gets the few off. Umbrak falls to about 70 HP, but yeah, not going to be good enough. It was a very good attempt, I must say, but immediately off that one pick, top 5, they want to play off through the grass area, moving in hard and fast. They find a D-ski. That demo pick is crucial for them. They claim another one. The collapse, this French barrage of damage, just really laying it down onto them. And yeah, ×2 on the point. They are not giving up whatsoever. This is relentless right now from the Frenchies. Moving forward, the damage is there. They have 100% Uber, but so do ChampGG. Going to be exchanging them at the same time right now. Adiski finally just about respawning, but he doesn't have the stickies onto last. Top 5. Are they going to try and do the slow roll? They've backed off. They've reset a little bit. They've got a lot of cap time. Are they going to repush this? I don't think they're in a position to. They might just try and hold into the lobby area.
ChampGG are peeking, trying to get something off of that one pick, but I think the thinking from top 5 here is they're just content to play. There's 5 minutes left on the clock. They've got 4th point capped, and they're just gonna, try and slowly edge out this last, maybe get the picks, go the first plays, spies. It looks like, yeah, Blade's running spy coming in from Saw, so he's gonna be looking to get a pick here. With that second push, Adiski was really out of position. He was going for a sticky trap, and he gets caught off. From that, I don't think ChampGG were in a position to get any sort of good counter Uber, so they just decide to hold it for last, and they managed to delay the last push with the Uber exchange. So Blade's walked in all the way on the left. He does get bumped by Marod. No, oh, that was a bit unfortunate from Blade.
Yeah, he's pissed. What? He almost claims the kill on Marsh, but Sticky's going to do it. The attempt's coming in. Okay, top 5. They want to try and make the plays happen. Neo ends up falling to a sticky trap, though. 2-man disadvantage right now for the Frenchie. And I make it free. Namtak falls once again. The Uber charge really working out for the ChampGG guys right now. Callback might actually fall indeed. He does. Nice pip there by Adiski. The back cap, though. Medico on the back. Did he have anyone to block this? No, Walker's there to clean up in the end. So ×2 on the point, ×3 on the point. ChampGG going to be working out. Blade now going for Turbo. Trying to get the shots off. Just about beefs it. Not good enough. Turbo stays alive in the end. So top 5 in a bit of a poor position right now. 3 minutes, 38 seconds remaining.
Yeah, Turbo's going to have a sizable advantage, about 50% going in here. And they've still got 2 picks. I don't think they'll be able to deny any spawners, but they should really be looking to convert this. I think optimally, they should be walking in, Ubering, and trying to get as many picks as possible. I think if they tunnel vision for Umbrak with this Uber, it's not going to be great. We do see Blade in the forward spawn. He's watching the grass, but ChampGG are just playing from Saw, and they're trying to walk in on the left, so I think Blade's probably going to switch off pretty soon. Now they are walking in, they're 92%, they should be looking to Uber as quickly as they can to get some frags, and they're just taking second point here.
Yeah, they're taking their sweet time about it. This Uber charge advantage has disappeared. There wasn't much to begin with, but Uber charge through the shutter area right now. Oh, okay, the damage is there, but Umbrak just about got his Uber charge in the nick of time. Now, top 5, they're trying to back off a little bit. Namtak falls, trying to chase down these frags onto ChampGG. Everyone is weak on the side of the blue team, falling very, very low indeed. Tiger going to start pre-firing those corners. They are forced to back off in the end. 2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Both teams 1-all. You know, I don't want to say it, but I think it's looking like we may be seeing a potential golden cap. Neo has played it forward, though, is leading the charge for his team. They want to take it through the balcony area. Some good damage coming out onto them right now. Tom now moving into the back. They basically try and play it against them to the best of his abilities. It's fallen very weak. Has to back off in the end. The arrow's coming out, but I think the Frenchies have just brute forced their way in. They've got 2 more frags apiece. The bombing attempt as well. Tiger falling to absolute double digits of HP in the end. Has to back off onto this mid.
Yeah, it was really scattered from Champ, whereas top 5 were playing as a unit. They were able to just focus fire, get the 2 picks, and secure second. Now they're taking mid. And they've got a tiny Uber advantage, but I don't think they're going to be able to work with it. See, now at this point, there's only a minute and a half left, and it's even Ubers with top 5 controlling mid, so it's this next fight that pretty much decides it. They're looking to come in from the right side. What are you seeing?
The aggression is there, absolutely. They're moving in through the grass area. Neo so weak. Tom, stray rocket ends up bringing him down in the end. Bit of lag here on the STV, but I think it's all Gucci in the end. The Uber charge comes out from both teams. Namtak finding Tom as well. Still not really playing the point too much. Top 5 really about crumbling in this grass area. Still the pistols coming out, putting in the damage. Funds claiming another kill. Moving it forward. The Rockets being placed. Turbo and Ombrak did stay alive in that engagement, so they're in a position to repush this right now. Moving forward, callback made into absolute mincemeat there by Funds. Still moving even further forward. The momentum has to be there right now with 50 seconds remaining. ChampGG need to take this as far forward as possible if they want to try and avoid this golden cap. Still top 5 looking to hold on. They've got Blade in the forward spawn on that sniper off class. Searching for the picks still. Right now, Nuze 35 seconds remaining. ChampGG, is this even doable for them right now? Still moving forward.
They need to be getting picks. Blade's still in forward spawn, and they just spotted him now. Tom, we trade pockets here, and I think they really need to be going in right now. They can't be affording to delay. There's only 20 seconds left. Oh, I think that might be the nail in the coffin. They're going to try it anyway. ChampGG are coming in. What do you see, Bren?
They're trying it. They're trying their hardest. Blade on heavy going to be moving back forward. Adiski trying to play the point a little bit. Still trying to get that cap time. The Ubercharge gets committed. Good flash onto them. Adiski finding Blade in the process, but top 5 have got so many players on this last point. And there we are. Stalemate 1-all is called. We are going to the golden cap for map number 1. CP Snakewater of ChampGG versus top 5 Rocket. That was a hell of a game. Even though the scoreline shows 1-all, it was very back and forward. There were some big plays, big air shots. I'm a fan. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, that was quite exciting. I mean, 1-1's not a great scoreline, but there was a lot of back and forth action, a lot of good last holds, a lot of failed last pushes as well. But yeah, no, I think there was quite good play from both teams. I think top 5 were playing better in terms of the team play, playing as a unit, but there was a lot of individual plays being made from Champ. Who stood out to you, Bren?
I think Tiger with his outstanding bombs. Mr. Walker, he time and time again really pulled it out for his team. Stats show, you know, an average effort. I think he did actually quite well. Especially given the amount he was off-glassing as well here and there. But yeah, it felt like every time he went for a bombing attempt, it was very successful. But I guess that's also partly down to his team supporting him in the appropriate measures.
I think Blades had quite an interesting game. There was at times where he was making, I don't know, a few mistakes or a bit careless plays, but at the times when he went for them and it paid off, like the back cap was great, and him and Korvac, they were pressuring the flank a lot. Yeah. I think it was playing really, really well, and it was putting a lot of pressure onto Champ that it took a lot of them to come back from that first round, because it was, I don't know I think it was 13 minutes left by the time they had capped it or something like that. I don't know. It was yeah, I think I'm quite impressed with top 5's control of the game for the start of it, at least. In terms of frags, Neo with 24, that's a lot of frags. 24-8 in a 1-1 game, that's impressive.
Yeah, he was on cleanup duty, it felt like, for the majority of the time. 8 deaths is insane. Absolutely incredible stuff for the way that game went. But yeah, I think the logs, they tell a different story. They tell a story of how that game went, but it was incredibly close, backwards and forwards. Still, ChampGG was so close to grasping around there in the last few moments of that game, and then it just all turned around on its head, and immediately the 180 began. I'm getting distracted in the chat right now by people just spamming my name. It's just a flash of red across my screen. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I think as far as games go, as we mentioned, Blade had a few standout moments. It's weird because the logs show a different story compared to his actual performance. Yeah, but the game is live. We are getting into the golden cap. It has begun, and the mid fight is looking like it's going away with ChampGG. They already find 3 more frags apiece.
Some really good picks there, really good focus fire and positional play. Only Tom dies. I think he was the initiator of the aggression on the mid, so you can expect them to die. But only Ombrak and Neo up now. It looks like they've got Uber. Ombrak lived, so they're probably going to set up, you know, sort of a midway hold. Not full committing with the heavy NG, I don't know. but they're taking the sniper, looking to maybe get a pick and re-push out of this. I think ChampGG, they don't have any off classes just now, but they'll be looking to probably send in Walker for a sack and then take something as an off class. Marosh is quite deep in lobby. Maybe he's going to go for the sack, I don't know. But Blade's still watching on the left. What do you think's going to happen here, Bren?
Slow wait. Tiger, he wants to go for the play and then immediately bombs in, trying to go for the kills. He gets one. Immediately zips out. Look at that. 007 Walker. In and out in a flash. And I am thoroughly getting confused. I've mentioned my name being said in the chat. It's confused me. But again, Walker going in for round number 2. Moves in. He's been dealt with pretty adequately this time, I should say. And Callback does claim that one kill. So the sacking attempts, I think we're going to see an off-class here. It would make sense, at least, for him to switch to Sniper.
Yeah. Blade's on Spy, so... Oh, I thought he was going to be checking for off-classes, but he's actually... Okay, yeah, he's baiting me, going out of spawn to make it look like he's doing the Spy play, but yeah, he's just going to switch back to Sniper. Yeah, it's interesting. You don't usually see a sack get a pick and then come back. You know, it's meant to be a suicide. Yeah. So he had to go back in again, and so that he could actually hold the door open, or switch to Sniper himself. So again, we've got the Blade versus Walker, and now Blade's lost, I think, every single one of the Sniper 1v1s. So maybe he can change that up and get top 5 back into this game, because losing a pick at this point is not a good thing to do in a golden cap.
Lower area, it's getting peaked. Walker goes for the shot. He gets a fully charged body shot onto Blade. The arrow comes out, so he is nice and healthy, but still looking to take this any way they possibly can. Durati gets claimed in. Walker ends up losing the 1v1 sniper battle. Blade finding that one kill. Callback going for the attempt as well. Gets a few decent rockets onto Funds. Still playing it forward, seeing if they can claim one or two. They're moving forward into the lobby area, but top 5 rocket not getting much else out of it. Still ChampGG holding strong for now.
And they are running 2 soldiers and 2 scouts, so they can't really, you know, get any pick potential. They're probably going to go for another sack off this one pick. Walker's walking towards lower. Ombrack's really close, but they're not going for anything. Tom's in on left. He's got position on Ombrack. Gets one good rock.
He's moving in. The rockets. Ombrack, movement of a god. He just about evades it. Now Tiger looks like he wanted to make a play happen, but he takes a far too much damage and he has to back off. That was dangerous right there for top 5.
Yeah, just really good movement from Ombrack, I guess. The position wasn't great, but he made the clutch play in the end when Tom was on him. I think he got caught off guard quite a lot when Tom bombed in there. And now Blade's still on counter sniper with Marosh. So I don't know. We'll see another sniper battle. I guess Blade finally won one. Walker's pressuring him from the left, and he manages to live. And Walker goes down for it. Blade 7 HP, skin of his teeth, but they get the pick. So one pick is again, it's not much to go off of. So I doubt top 5 are gonna go for a high risk play like that in a golden cap. It looks like Blade's just peeking lobby, seeing what they can do, and Marosh is still sniping. So I think there's just gonna be more sniper play here, Bren.
Indeed it is. The slow and steady wait. Blade is checking for off classes, I think. Oh, no. Okay, this is interesting. Mr. Blade. I keep calling everyone Mr. today. I don't know why. I think it's because I'm so tired, but he's going to be opting for that spy off class. Crouching, creeping, crawling around. Leave me be, you sneaky spy, is what we were chanting at the Rewind LAN every time a spy was being played. But yeah, Blade, he wants the frags. I don't know what's kicking off in the lobby area. Still ChampGG holding on though. It's a sacking attempt right now from ChampGG. Moving in, Mr. Walker ends up killing himself, but the Tom ends up falling to Blade. Blade, he's moving forward. The team is there. Everyone, look at that. 4 frags going their way. I don't even know how that happened.
That was a blur.
It was mad.
I swear it was 10 seconds later and then they were all dead and Turbo was leaving onto mid. Interesting play, I think, to catch them in lobby like that as they were going for a sack. Blade was kind of walking in the background doing nothing and then manages to get Tom as they're leaving lobby. It's even Ubers and the top 5 were looking to push in there, but Neo dies to a sticky trap. I think they're looking to commit here though. Tom's weak and I don't know what this fight's gonna look like on mid.
They're trying it. Tiger, he falls quite weak. He has to wait for the arrow. He's going to get it. 2 frags go the way of ChampGG. They would press the issue a little bit through this grass area. Moving in, Walker goes for the rockets. It's one off onto Umbrak. Umbrak forced to pop it off, but he's been disconnected from his team. Finally, latches onto Callback, but the heals, they're not too great in the end. Callback ends up falling in the end to a crater. Funds finally claiming that kill for his own. ChampGG still holding on to their own Uber charge. They got 100% and they're pushing in hard and fast right now in this lower area. Moving in all the way. They've got the Uber charge advantage to work off. Finally going to be popping off here. Going to try and force out Umbrak now. Going to be utilising that vaccinator, but he gets cleaned up with ease, it feels like. A little bit of cap time, not getting played just yet. They still need to take care of Namtak. He's got the stickies all over the place. Callback with the bomb in. Needs to try and bring down Tiger here. Tiger to get for the trade in. Funds going for the play. Namtak just trying to move in, but it's not good enough. And ChampGG claiming the round, meaning they are going to be the winners of this golden cap. What an interesting series of events. That was mental, from the 4 kills in quick succession all the way to the 180.
That was really good play from Champ to force Umbrak without using, and then just get the Uber on last. It was pretty close at the end. It came down to a 1v1, but Namtuk wasn't able to block the point. I think there was a key mistake there made in the last defense, and after the Ubers, Medico was shooting Turbo, and I think he used 3 rockets to kill him, rather than shooting the fragging classes, which actually were the ones impacting the fight. I think that was, if I was to pin it on one player, that would be the mistake that lost them the round, but it was a tough one, and a nail biter for sure.
It was, absolutely. We've got the logs up right now for this golden cap. It was quite a long one, so we've got some decent stats to pull some figures from Medico. And Adiski, the standout players in the damage department at least. A lot of deaths on the side of Tiger, but those were all of those sacking attempts that we saw on the last point. That's where they've pretty much come from. And, I mean, all in all, it's quite high damage numbers, quite a high spam intensity game. Anything you can pull from this news?
I'm looking at it now. Fun's playing a good pocket scout role, not dying at all, even though Turbo died once. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It was a really patient game, I guess, and not much to read into these from logs. I think we see high deaths on Walker and Blade, but they were the ones playing the pit classes, going for the sack plays, so that's to be expected. I think Tom having quite a lot of deaths. I mean, I don't know if that was just from like initiating on fights, but he does tend to like walk a bit further than his team walk. You'd think it'd be Tiger, you know, but yeah, he tends to be a bit further ahead of the rest of Champ. I think he's got more experience, and he knows when his team should be aggressing, and sometimes there's a bit of a communication error where he's going in and it's the right thing to do, but the rest of the Champ just aren't quite keeping up with him. I think we'll probably see more of that on the process. I think he'll be dying a lot on mids, but I think from what I've seen and from what I've been talking to them about, ChampGG have pretty good mids on process. I think it would take something that catches them off guard, or just really nice shots from the top 5 guys to be winning these mids. I don't know, what are you expecting, Bren?
From what we've seen, it was incredibly even stuff all around. I think, is it safe to say the weak link in the top 5 squad is probably Blade, even though he has had some standout moments, as we mentioned, the golden cap, not a golden cap, the back caps coming out, and his team supporting him in that aspect, but it's been relatively lackluster in the 1v1 sniper duels and things like that. So yeah, I feel like if Blade turns it around and brings it up to par with the rest of his team, we could have I think that will be the edge, to be honest, for top 5 to try and take it, because other than that, top 5 have been looking like strong, like pound strong, you know?
Yeah, I think a lot of the players on top 5 have been really good. Like Ombrak's actually been putting in a lot of nice jukes. He's only had a few minor positional errors, and it's not really cost him anything. And Neo, of course, was 24-8 on the first map in regular play. So I think he's probably going to have another big game. But I think this process is a lot more of a soldier map, at least between second and mid, maybe not so much on last. So I think Medico and Korvac are really good at playing together. I think there's a bit more of a desynchronization with Walker and Tom. So with the spam, I think top 5 might be edging out a lot of these team fights, especially if Blade can turn up.
I'm getting roasted in the chat for suggesting Blade was the weak link. They are absolutely ripping me to pieces. It's incredible. I'm just saying what I saw. You know, at the end of the day, I've had a unique perspective on the game. You guys, you've been locked away behind logs and the producer's viewpoint. Me, I've seen the whole game. You know, my third eye has awakened. I can see everything. Next thing you know, they'll be inviting me to the I-61 analysis desk. And what are you going to do then, eh?
Well, let's analyze the pregame, shall we? Judging by the frags, ChampGG are on a mad one right now. But Neo, push the comeback frag.
Oh, I am in a sorry state right now. I apologise if the cast has been weak. I am absolutely knackered and I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm carrying you, to be honest.
Yeah, you are, you are.
So, going into the second map, I think ChampGG just came off of a pretty intense Golden Cap win on a close map. They're going to be feeling the momentum, and top 5 are going to be a bit distraught, but they might have it in them to come back with something to, you know, muster up the courage and give ChampGG a good fight on this map. I think it should be good. The first mid should be interesting. What are you thinking?
Absolutely. I think the first round is going to be a teller of which way this game is to go. If we're going to be seeing a slow-paced game once again, I mean, Snakewater is quite a slow map if you don't completely roll the enemy team in the first mid. So process is a little bit different. Your options are a bit more open compared to Snakewater last, especially when pushing out of it or pushing into it. So yeah, it's gonna be. I'm gonna use that word, that fallback word that every caster loves to use. Interesting, as they call it. But the countdown begins. We're gonna be moving in. It's gonna be map number 2, CP process of ETF2L Season 26, week number 2. ChampGG versus top5rocket mid fight number 1. D-Ski is nice and quick on the ball. Corback wants to send in a few rockets flying. The pipe's going to be sent out as well. Not a lot of spam being exchanged just yet. Looks like Namtak was a bit slow on his rollout just there. And still the spam coming out for them right now. Tom moving forward. The rockets coming in. A lot of damage. D-Ski finding that one frag. Mr. Tiger as well moving in, trying to claim that one kill. He gets it. But Blade going absolutely ham. He finds 3 frags apiece. Turbo falls as well. Ombrak now just trying to stay alive. Tom gets the counter frag onto him. That silver lining for his team. But in the end, it looks like top5rocket have once again come out on top of this mid as Tiger is the last man to fall.
Again, it was the same as what we saw on the Snake mids, and top 5 were doing it really well. As the aggression comes in from Champ, they almost ignore it, and they just tunnel across the point. Blade and Neo combining to get 3 or 4 frags on that mid. Fortunately enough for ChampGG, Tom and Ty were still alive and were able to get the kill onto Ombrak, so it's a slight advantage for Turbo, but we're probably going to see another stalemate here. I think a difference between Snake and Process is that Process is a lot better for just sack plays rather than sniping and spy. You can do a lot of interesting jumps from the mid into second and from second into mid as well, so I think we might see something interesting from Corback here.
Yeah.
The ChampGG are looking to push their advantage. I think they were arrow building. They realized that it might be enough to go off of. So they are looking to come and choke, and Tom is in.
Oh, okay, he gets in the damage, but Namtak's Sticky Trap is going to be claiming that one kill. And immediately, the push is stunted. ChampGG backing off all the way onto the second point. I still think Blaze a weak link, even if he got a 3k on the mid.
Yeah, I think, well, Tom spawned now, so it's back to a 6v6 fight, and I think they're top 5 are walking in left side with Medico and Namtag. Yeah, they're looking to come in.
It's interesting to see. Corback in the back. Oh, the drop! Oh, Medico to stray rocket. Snipes Jom. Straight out the clutches. Now Tiger goes in for the attempt. He gets the force, but it's only a consolation prize at the end of the day. As top5rocket are just happy to press it all the way forward to get ×2 on the cap. And this is going to be a 3 point for them. Oh my god, that was beautiful stuff.
And they're coming into lobby. I think they're looking to push the 2-player advantage, but they are getting spawns now. I don't know that this is a good thing to do. This is quite risky. Tom's counter-aggressing to deny them. And it looks like top 5 are just going to back up, yeah.
Yeah.
That was an incredible play from Corback and Medico. Corback with the damage. Turbo thought he lived, but Medico gets the spam rocket to drop in. And I think that drop might just put that tilt factor in. We see Walker coming in for the sack, but he just gets denied. But yeah, the tilt factor, I think Turbo he's probably a bit emotional after that drop because he thought he survived the sack from Korvac and then just drops to an unlucky spam rocket. It's even Uber, so they're in a good place to just play what they know. And I don't. Maybe if they hold last well here, they're not going to be tilting. But if they lose around here, I think Turbo's going to be blaming himself, and I don't think it's going to fare well for the next mid. But we do have Blade on Sniper and some off-classing. We got Spy and Engineer from ChampGG. So let's see if Blade can hit some shots. He's peeking rollout now.
Aggressive stuff. He takes a lot of damage, but he gets away scot-free in the end. Not getting any picks as a result, but we'll see. It's early days yet. It's early days. Blade might look to try and make some further plays. He's going to have to get healed up. If he gets a pick here, I'm going to rescind. Rescind? Is that a word? Or am I making things up? Okay, rescind's a word. I'm going to take back what I said. And he is not the weak link. Tiger goes for a play there, but gets taken down by the sticky trap. Here we go. Blade, he wants to go for the plays. He is he big dick in it? Maybe. He's just going from choke to choke. Sniper rifle getting popped off, gets a body shot onto a D-ski, but not much else other than that.
Marosh is counter sniping, and so far I've not really liked what Blade's been doing. I think top 5 should take lobby, take some aggressive positioning so he can get a deeper sightline. He has a shot on the D-ski, hits the headshot.
He gets a headshot,
but misses the body shot to follow up. It looks like they used that to send Medico in for a sack, but they're not able to get anything off this. Now I think we're going to go back to the sniper duel, so that should be an interesting one to watch.
Thinking emoji. Callback moving in. Gets the force. It didn't even require that much, to be honest. I think maybe Turbo could have got away with not popping off that Uber charge so easily, but well, that's going to mean 100% Uber right now for the side of top 5 Rocket. Blade is going to be coming back. Callback's going to hold open that spawn door for him, and now they're going to be pushing with the 2 scouts, 2 soldiers, the demo man and the medic. That's the standard 6's composition right there for you, just in case you'd never watched 6's TF2 before.
Yeah, we do see Walker hiding in lobby. I don't think he's been spotted yet. And now he has been. He's on Brack. He gets a rocket, but not enough to force. And with 1 player down and an Uber advantage, I think top 5 are going to need to secure frags and play the point to win this. They're coming in, spamming the sentry. Let's look at this last push, Bren.
Absolutely, they find funds as well. 1 more frag just to really clean it up. The stickies get cleared off the point. It's going to start to get played at E-Ski. He spams it out to the best of his ability with ×2 on the point. Walker, he jumps onto it to the best of his ability, trying to deny it as far as he possibly can. But it's too little too late. Top 5 Rocket, they claim a round. And with that, 1 on the board, 6 minutes in.
I think, like I said, after losing a round from a force that, against a full hold they probably shouldn't have been able to get, and the drop on second, ChampGG might be looking a little bit shaky into this mid, and I think top 5 are going to be feeling confident. Adiski's on the kit, and I'm going to be watching the top 5 soldiers for this mid. So
Moving forward. Again, they're trying their hardest. Medico takes control of the crates. Tom leaps forward, trying to send in those rockets for now. Medico might have bitten off a little bit more than he can chew. He ends up falling in the end. Tom eating a lot of spam. He has to get an arrow here. The heals are definitely there. He backs off and he opts to go for the pack instead. Now Callback moving in. Zips around, but 3 frags go the way of ChampGG, and they don't drop a single soul.
Turbo really nice try from Korvac at the end of the fight to pressure Turbo. I think he was down to 9 HP or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Turbo, after surviving that mid, might be feeling a bit more confident, and that was really good. Just slowing the fight, having 1 pick at a time, pressuring them out. That was a solid, reliable mid from ChampGG. So hopefully they're set up to do something good to get an advantage to push last with. Blade's on the sniper, but ChampGG are still on the cookie cutter lineup. They're probably going to be looking to send Ty in. Walker, rather. He is in lobby, and he's not be able to get anything. He's getting spammed out.
So get an arrow here or something. He's very weak. He's just eating rocket after rocket right now, just feeding the enemy team damage log. He's going to get healed up. There's another buff, but might still opt to go for a play or 2 sooner or later.
He's getting his buff now, and he's coming into lobby. He does see the sniper, so he's looking to commit on the sniper, and he does tie to a sticky
Good
trap.
night. Yeah, you got Girardi'd as well, so that's just... I don't know how much extra damage Girardi does, but it's a lot, that's all I know. The mini crits.
With 1 round up and only 1 player advantage, I think top 5 are probably going to be playing safe, maybe peeking Blade in for a deep sightline, but they're not going to look to push as a team off this. They're quite content to just hold last and force ChampGG's hand, you know. And ChampGG, speaking of which, they've been forced onto Sniper with Walker. He hit some nice shots, maybe not quite as nice as Marosh, but let's see what he can do. He's got a sightline into right side from lower lobby, but there's no one really close to it, so he's moving up to rollout. Now, I don't know that's a good place. There's a lot of chokes that are being denied, so he's not really getting a sightline. Misses a shot on Namtak there, and now he's trying to walk into lobby, so it's like what I was saying about top 5. Miracle shot. Just peeks the corner and hits a headshot. And now ChampGG are looking to push this last Bren.
Okay, they immediately lose Walker in the end. 1-for-1 trade with both the snipers going down. That was beautiful though. He just turned that corner and one shot to the cranium. That's all it took. But not enough to play off, especially with him falling at the start of that push.
Yeah, it's like I was saying with top 5. It's the same for Champ here. I think if they want, they should take lobby with the whole team and then get a deeper sightline for the sniper, because just walking in like that's pretty risky. Blade has opted for the counter spy and he's walked out into rollout. I don't think anyone spotted him.
Nah, Disky knows. He's screaming spy with the in-game voice line. Look at him, he's whacking around randomly. They realise this.
One thing that top 5 quite like to do, they've done it for seasons, when they have a spy that the enemy team knows about, they'll fake a push. Just to distract, and it's become a lot more of a common thing for teams to do, but I think top 5 are one of the first teams to do it really well. You know, the synergy I was talking about. So Blade's still on second. You know, he could have opted to go back to last and switch off, but he's still waiting for this.
I do like it. Blade, he has been spotted. Good night, Irene, or is it? He tries to go for the face stab. Gets one little slash onto Turbo, but can't shank him in the end, and you know, Walker goes for more plays. Doesn't work out too well. Forced to back off.
He's got a sightline. Misses the shot on Medico, and he's trying to peek right side. He's got a sightline on Ombrak. Misses the shot and dies to Korvac. With 5v5 and even Ubers again, top 5 are just taking the time down, holding this last point with the 1-round advantage. And I don't think the sniper is really working out. I think they might. To be honest, I think Champ should try a spy, or maybe even just send in 2 or 3 players for a sack and then play a, what's it called, the leapfrog, that's the one. But yeah, just more Blade sniping, and we do see Marosh taking spy, so this is what I'd like to see. Hopefully he can make something
checking
work.
The off classes? I think he was, yeah, he was just checking the off classes.
I guess Walker wasn't hitting as many shots, and Marosh was on fire when he was sniping on Snake. So hopefully he can get something done. Maybe we'll see some action in the last pursuit rather than more stalemating.
Yeah, walked on, haha. That's a new meme on the block. See, I'm with it, I'm down with the kids. Immediately, Walker has been walked on. I think that was a sacking attempt in the lobby area, or he just got caught out of position there by Medico. I wasn't too sure, but ultimately he does fall in the end. Pipe's going to get sent out by Adiski, but all in all, Marosh just in a very defensive position by his team, searching for a kill.
I think they were just waiting for the spawner before they took anything too aggressive. And again, they're holding outside and just letting Marosh walk into lobby by himself. I don't know if there's anyone, they know that he's sniping now, so they're not going to peek aggressively. And at this point, because they're playing back, is what I'm saying, Champ should walk into lobby. He gets a shot but misses it onto Blade. And now he's repositioning himself, trying to get a buff, I guess.
Oh, Tiger going for the play onto Wombrak. Not going to be working out. He gets cleaned up by Neo. But look at this again. Tom moving in. Zips around. 1, 2. Not going to be good enough. Medico finds him with the rocket. But Wombrak falls very weak in the end. 85 HP on the man. Picks up the half back though. And he is a healthy little chappy. And now top 5 looking to pressure even further forward. Marosh ends up falling. Are they going to be able to get the force out? Yes, they are. Do they want to try and take an Uber v Uber exchange here? Funds moves into the fray, gets sent straight up into the stratosphere. But with 3 frags going their way, top 5 not losing a single player in the end, and they have 100% Uber to boot. So they are going to be moving into the mid.
ChampGG are probably going to be giving this up because their spawners aren't coming in time. And yeah, they're getting spammed out. Tiger's looking to make a play. Gets damage, but nothing to follow up on. It was a really intelligent play from Korvac, I wanted to say there. They were pushing out of last, and ChampGG were relying on their sniper hitting shots, and top 5 walking into a sniper sideline. Korvac does a deep jump, kills the sniper straight away, then plays the flank and gets a disky as well. Now top 5 are coming in with Uber. Medico's getting juggled, but he still gets a disky. They're cleaning up a couple frags and they've got position on second, and now Champ are just going to reset on last with an Uber advantage. But I think top 5 are looking to push this before Turbo gets Uber.
This
They're
seems
walking
mental
on the left
to me.
side.
I don't know why, but they want to play it forward even further. They don't have heals on that left-hand side of the point. They're going to start to play it. They do not have stickies. They don't got no one onto the point. Oh my goodness, Blade, he just walks onto it and the rest of his team clean up around him. And with that being said, another round on the board for top 5 Rocket, making it 2-0. Are they tilted?
I think they might be now. I think there was a careless positioning error from a disky on second. He really shouldn't have got picked with that Uber. From that, he didn't have the sticks on the last, and they were able to cap. Really well played from top 5 to push off the one player advantage rather. Now we're going into the next mid. Walker's playing the high ground. Who are you watching, Bren?
I am going to be watching Adisky as he just picked off Ombrak with the sticky snipe of the century, and immediately we're going to see Korbrak. Oh, what was that rocket? He picks up 2 players with a single. What is that? Oh my god, that was the silver lining for top 5, but that was dirty. That was filthy. He finds Adisky and Turbo with a single rocket.
Korbrak's playing out of his mind right now.
That
Just,
was
an incredible play pushing out of last, and then he almost won the mid for them. It was a crazy rocket and really good aggression, but the focus fire from ChampGG in the end wins the mid fight. Slight Uber advantage for Ombrak, and they might be looking to repush second because Turbo is nowhere near the heals, nowhere near the players on second to provide heals rather. But good spam from the ChampGG guys. They managed to deny it, so they're holding second, and it's more or less even Ubers. But we do see interesting off class. We've got rather weapon switch. Quickie bombs on Adisky, so they might be looking to make a point play here. I like the idea of doing that and something a bit more aggressive rather than the sniper and spy plays that just haven't been working against top 5. And they're looking to walk in now.
They want to play it in. Maybe they want to go in. It's the crit screek. It gets committed. The quickie bombs are brilliant for these sort of plays, but the Uber charge gets popped pretty early on by the side of top 5, so they didn't get what they wanted out of it. It was a cutesy play. I've got to respect it because in the right circumstances, it could have been really, really powerful stuff. But yeah, and for now, still about 50 minutes remaining on the clock. Plenty of time to claim 2 rounds or more.
It's going to be pretty quick though. I mean, they got the force and they've been arrow building. So ChampGG are going to be coming in with a slight advantage for the crits. It's all on a disky for this one. If he can make a play, they should be able to secure around here, and they're walking right side.
Moving in, he gets committed once again. Setting up! Oh, good night, Ombrax! And he finds another one in the pipe, straight onto the backlines of Korbrak. He does claim his own life in the end, but 3 frags going away apiece. The sentry gun not getting committed on whatsoever. Walker finally going to be bringing it down. They do spam it out. Are they still going to choose to play this? Indeed they are. Tom moving forward. Tries to send the rockets out. Neo falling very weak, but he gets absolutely destroyed. They don't have the scouts to try and take the fight. And, well, Turbo might be in a bit of trouble. No, Adisky with the quickie bomb finds Neo again. So, it was a lovely play, honestly. It was looking beautiful, but I think losing their scouts that early on was detrimental to it. And immediately they want to move in again. Top 5 want to take the fight straight to them. Medico finds one, but the pipes from Namtak finding Marosh. They should be able to cap this without any problems.
Oh, intelligent play from Walker, realizing that there was a bit of a positional error and no one was watching Ombrak, so he manages to get in with a nice wall jump and get the frag on that. Now, Turbo's going to have a full crits advantage because he managed to live. I mean, there was a scout chasing him out of the last push, the failed last push rather. But he manages to live, so again, it's going to be on Adisky. Blades on Spy, I don't know that he's just checking, or no, he switched to Engineer. They're setting up for last, Engineer to counter the crits, and ChampGG are moving in from top PC, looking to get onto second here.
They're trying to work their way in through the IT area, top 5. They've got a bit of a foothold, but they've immediately lost Medico, so I think the back off call has been made right now. ×4 on the point. ChampGG going to be happily capping up that second point. And, well, they want to try and take it even further forward. It's still the Vaccinator being played. The explosive resistance, the point's going to start to get played a little bit here. They need to try and commit and coordinate here as a team. ChampGG playing the point even further. Nobody tries to contest Marosh in the slightest. One more round on the board, and it's this time going the way of ChampGG, making the scoreline still 2-1, but they're clawing it back.
Start of that last push was a bit iffy, but they got the frags, and when it was 5v3, they just exploited the things that they couldn't cover, just playing the point and, you know, distracting with all the vaccinator that Umbrak was focused on. But Korbak's going behind into PC now, and I wonder how that's going to play out for this mid, Bren.
Yeah, we might see a few passive plays coming up by ChampGG as they don't actually know where he is currently held. And Tiger's going to be the first one to fall in the end as well still. Top crate area, Korbak now making him his movements. Beautiful stuff in the end. Neo finds Turbo, bringing down the medic for ChampGG. Now Umbrak just has to stay alive. The player's going to start to get sacked in. Tom, 1 rocket, 2 rocket. Umbrak brought down to 50 HP. Forced to back off through the choke point a little bit further. The pipe's getting sent out as well. Both the scouts on the side of ChampGG still alive. Adiski moves in, leaps in, gets taken down pretty easily. And, well, 100% Uber advantage right now for the Frenchies. They're going to be capping it in the mid as well, so not the best situation for ChampGG.
I think it's crucial that the scouts live there after Turbo died, because now they'll actually be able to set up off classes on last.
Okay.
Walker with an attempt on Umbrak's Uber charge, but couldn't get it out quite there. Top 5 are taking second point, and they're going to be pushing in from lobby. The sentry is set up for Marosh, and they do have funds on the heavy. Let's see if Champ can defend this with their off classes.
Sentry gun getting spammed out is going to get taken down pretty early on. Umbrak not opting to pop off his Uber charge just yet. Finally, now is the time to pop it off. Both scouts on the point. No, nobody plays it in the slightest. And that was a very, very rapid round indeed for the Frenchies. They make the scoreline 3-1 now with about 10 minutes remaining on the clock.
Really good prioritization, just killing the sentry, getting the stickies off the point, putting both scouts on, and there was nothing that Champ could do about it without the Uber charge and the position that they had. So yeah, really well played. Again, I think the team fights is like I was saying, top 5 are edging it out despite the talent on the ChampGG roster. Speaking of the talent, Walker and Korbak a bit more further forward than the rest of their team, and I don't know if they'll be looking to aggress soon.
Well, they might try and make a play or two. Korbak tries to zip his way around, but it doesn't pay off in the end, and it is a 1-for-1 trade as it stands. Funds and Marosh, though, on cleanup duty as Umbrak and Namtak going to be falling pretty much the same time here. Now they just need to try and keep Turbo alive. Neo in the back lines, they haven't spotted him. One scattergun shot, no, not good enough. Tiger finds the kill with ease. And that being said, immediately Korbak, I think he went to spy for a few seconds there, but no. The Frenchies top 5 rocket going to be forced to hold on to this last point for now.
So let's see if Champ can convert the Uber advantage like top 5 did. We do have Umbrak on Vaccinator, and I don't think Turbo was running that, but if top 5 can draw out the fight and get more and more of those bubbles in, I think they might be able to defend this. But it's just really on ChampGG to focus fire properly, to kill the sentry and play the point. They're coming in now, Bren.
They are moving in with the Uber charge. The sticky's going to get sent in. The sentry gun gets taken care of pretty early on, but still trying to pop off those bubbles. The explosive resistance. Umbrak surviving on a sliver of HP. 14 health on the man as he does back off into spawn, and I think that has completely stunted this push by ChampGG as they are forced to back all the way off onto the second point.
I don't know if they know, but Umbrak had to switch off onto Uber, so Turbo's sitting on a 30% Uber advantage, and they've got a player pick as well. Yeah, I don't think they'll be aware of it, but it could be something to go off if they realize. They are arrow building as well, so they might be looking to push this. And it's enough of advantage. They don't know about Blade on Sniper, though. They could be walking into a sightline. They're looking to move in from Shutter, Bren. Tell me about this last push.
They are indeed moving in. The Uber charge gets popped off pretty early on. They find one kill onto Umbrak. That is crucial. No heals now for the top 5 squadron. Starting to play the point a little bit. Still Numtak just spamming it out. They need to try and focus down these targets. Korbak extremely weak. They find 2 kills apiece right now. Walker turning up where it counts. He finds another one. But at the end of the day, the top 5 Rocket squad have managed to claim every single damage dealing role. And Turbo is the last man alive as he is backing off to the clutches of Adiski.
It was a nice play from Adiski there to go for the medic, but he overcommitted and ended up dying. And without stickies for the second half of the last push, it's going to be tricky to secure it. Top 5 pushed out onto second, but ChampGG are looking to retake it straight away. And they do get a pick onto Medico as well. Trade frag from Blade, but I don't know if this is enough to go off. There's a 30% advantage and they're just going to retake second. Having that position on second, they should be able to just, send in suicides or get pick classes to maybe go off, but they've been doing a lot of pushing rather than playing for picks, and I don't know that it's been working that well. I mean, 3 rounds up, or 3-1 rather, for top 5, and ChampGG don't look like they've got an answer for the defenses that top 5 are putting up here.
It's difficult. They want to move in anyway. They have 100% Uber, slight advantage. It gets popped off pretty early on. They need to bring down a sentry gun. Indeed, they do. Now they need to try and focus down Blade on the heavy weapons guy roll. Tom moving into the back lines gets cleaned up pretty quickly. Now they need to try and clear these stickies off. Finally, they do get deaded, but 3 frags going away at top 5 rocket right now. Turbo's going to be the next casualty. And I think, once again, the push is dead. Did Ombrak actually just fall there? Oh my god,
Walker,
what?
He comes in, hits one rocket, Ombrak catches the surf, but then he airshots him and Ombrak craters from it. Really clutch play from Walker. some chat.
My god.
WTF says Ombrak.
It doesn't make sense, haha. And the question mark gets committed by Walker, but still the repush, that was a clutch play right there. That has saved his team from the clutches right there. Second point going to get capped up here by ChampGG. They are in a position to try and
good for them to recap there. Just realizing that Ombrak died and they don't have heals on second, punching that and just recapping. Top 5 no, they don't have the heals to contest, so they back up. And now it's even Ubers again, but Champ are really aggressive in lobby. And Adisky dies, so does Tom. I don't know if they were going for a sack, but they couldn't get anything off this. Funds might die as well.
They're getting the frags here. This is the odd thing about it. They've already picked up 3 kills apiece. Still wanted to play it even further forward. Blades gets focused down. Is this really going to be a round going their way? They need to try and focus it down. Incredible stuff by ChampGG. Wow. Truly amazing. I cannot believe what I've just seen. They dry push into that, into really unfavorable situations, and they still managed to clinch a round out of seemingly thin air, making it 3-2. They are 1 round away from trying to bring it to a golden cap.
I think that was the first team fight that Champ really showed that they were, you know, more talented, mechanically skilled players. They really made it work, and you know, I was doubting it with that last push, but going off that round win, they should be. They should have the momentum on this mid.
Immediately in this mid, Ombrak just eats so much spam. He's forced to back all the way off. Marosh moving around the corner, finds Namtak as well. No demo man for the top 5 squad. And yeah, that mid instantly won just from the spam onto Ombrak. Top 5 could not play it whatsoever. Tom moves in, trying to make the plays happen. Medico on the back lines. He's found Turbo. Great surf though by Mr. Jom. And he has found that med pack, so he's nice and healthy as well. Call back into choke meanwhile, finding the kills. Tiger should be able to find it. Marosh in dead claims that kill. Still, ChampGG looking to try and play even further forward. They have a few players. Great focus fire there from the dynamic duo of scouts on the side of the French squad. They do manage to find funds, but can they claim any more? The Uber charge is now going to get committed by both these teams. It's a slightly better Uber, I think, for the ChampGG squad and top 5. They realise this. They back all the way off. Second point going the way of ChampGG. 4 minutes remaining here, Nuze. It's doable for them to try and bring it back, but it's a sticky situation.
And it looks like they're going to go for a dry push again. They realised it worked for them last time. So they're coming in. Tom initiating and Funds following up. He does die for it. They might be able to get a pick on Medico.
They're so weak though.
The health isn't great, yeah.
Yeah, they go for the dry push, but the heals were just not there. Funds trying to take this 1v1 against Blaze. The point starts to get played. Marosh just trying to go for that last-ditch effort onto Ombrak, but yeah, with Turbo falling right now, top 5 rocket, they've got a hefty Uber advantage to work off. They're going to be capping up this Spire.
I think the second push, you know, it was good to get the first pick from top 5, but the damage just came out from the soldiers on Champ, and they got the better Uber exchange in the end. They got a bit ahead of themselves, so there was 5 minutes left, and they pushed without any real advantage. So now they're forced to give up mid, and Ombrak sitting on an Uber advantage because Turbo died really quick into that failed last push. So top 5 are looking to go PC. I don't know if Champ have realised, and if Adisky dies on this second, like he does.
Marosh! Oh, Marosh! Oh my god.
I didn't even know he was sniping.
That was incredible. That is literally the only pick they needed in that situation. Now callback goes for the last ditch effort onto Turbo. Turbo does fall in the end as Blade finds that 1 kill with his scattergun, but still, that was the miracle pick. They needed that more than anything. Still, they've lost so many players here. They're going to be able to claim the Spire area anyway, but that was incredible. Tiger might actually attempt to try and contest this as spam though. That pre-fire going to put an end to any little plays that Mr. Walker was going to try and attempt.
Top 5 are coordinating their aggression really well. Whenever Turbo dies, or sorry, whenever Ombrak dies and they're going for Turbo, they're getting him almost every time. And there's not even much that Champ can do to contest and kill the players that are going in.
ChampGG.
Sack coming in from Tom. Nadiski's following up. They're looking to repush this.
They're putting
Really
in the damage.
incredible play from Champ right here.
Really, and stop the
Look at
backup! Blade! Oh, the weak link, as I like to call him. How does he find that back cap? I tell you what happened there. ChampGG sent everyone through the lobby area. They had nobody shutter. Oh, that has bit them in the backside. Oh my goodness.
It's not even as if Walker was the one initiating, so I think he should have been on last. I'm not sure why he wasn't. But there's 1 minute 32 left. It's barely enough time for them to get another round. Namtak goes down to the fast bomb from Walker.
This is the tilt zone, as it's known. And still, right now, it's just teams throwing bodies at each other. They don't care what happens. A minute left on the clock. You're in the realms of impossibilities. GG is pretty much called at this point. ChampGG, even if they are the fastest men on the planet, I don't think they're going to be able to cap 2 rounds in that time.
Yeah, that was a bit unfortunate. I think when they lost it was, or like the pivotal point in their game was when they were sitting on, they got a nice Uber trade and capped second, and then they were going into last without any advantage, and they just threw a really good position there. And I don't think any point that they were on top 5's last, they were able to do anything properly after that. So, a bit unlucky. They might be able to get another round here if Funds wins the 1v1. 35 seconds left. Oh, they can win this. Come on, boys. Unlucky. But yeah, and that back cap, just a slight hole in the defense from ChampGG, and I'm not sure why Walker wasn't on last or why someone wasn't on last, but they should have known. And Blade seeks his opportunity and he makes it work. They get the round. And
yeah, I take back what I said. The chat has bullied me. My eyes have been opened. Blade is not the weak link. Blade is a pounder. He deserves the title of the Royal Pounder.
It was a fast-paced game though for process. There was a little bit of stalemates, but I think they both realized that Sniper wasn't really helping them, so Champ decided to stick with the cookie cutter and play aggressively, and top 5 reacted by doing exactly the same. That's why the last half of the game was like really fast. Who were the standout players for you in that 2 maps, Bren?
I mean, time and time again, the plays were being made. Look at those frags on the side of Blade. I always knew he had it in him. 22 kills, 11 assists, 10 deaths. Impressive stuff. A 3.3 KAD. In fact, both the scouts on the side of top 5 played exceedingly well. 21 frags on the side of Neo, 19 assists. Really cleaning up where it counts. Very high KADs a piece. Incredible stuff.
When's the last time you saw at a high level a flank dominating this much, with both scouts and Korvac top fragging with really good KDs as well? I guess Marosh and Ty were just a bit overwhelmed on the flank. 26 deaths for Walker, so that's not a great one. I don't know. Korvac, Blade, and Neo were all playing really well together. The focus fire was great. The timing was great, and I don't think the champ players were up to it, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the factors of those quick rounds towards the end, as you mentioned, I think tilt would have played a big part. It's always difficult to dig yourself out of that hole when you do get into it, especially in that team atmosphere. But yeah, top 5, they played extremely well. I think their coordination, as we've already mentioned, their chemistry, really showing up in these few games, and I imagine we might have a contender for possibly even a second seed, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it because I'm the coach of Champ, but I think top 5 played really well, and we do have Ombrak joining us in Mumble.
Hey.
Hello, Ombrak.
But yeah, I think we can expect both of these teams to look really strong as the season progresses. But yeah, Ombrak, how are you feeling after your draw? Well, you win on points, 4-2, I guess?
Yeah, I think we're really happy about this because we played the second best team in EU, or maybe we are now, I don't know, but yeah, it's really satisfying. Like we lost versus them last season, the exact same map, and now we take our revenge. It's very satisfying.
Did you have any difficulties that game? Was there anyone on Champ that was, sort of pressuring you a lot?
not pressuring. I know Medico had a really bad snake water and he complained a bit about it. But I think we all really wanted to win. We keened as much as we could. Like we watched a lot of demos and stuff like that, and we were confident, not pressured. But yeah, when you hold last for so long, when there's a sniper on the other side, and you just like, where's the sniper? Where's the sniper? You just wait. That's. These games are where you play TF2.
Well said, well said. But yeah, no, we were giving our compliments to a lot of the players on your team, especially on that second map. Korvac, Blade, and Neo were all playing really well. And it's just unfortunate that I don't think the champ players were up to it, especially not towards the end of that process. It was getting really messy. They started to dry push quite a lot, and then it became much more of a thing about team fights in the second half of process. What do you think about
that? They had to, because we were winning and they had to make points. I think they had really decent fights, because we on the last we are very pressured, because it's not only about winning or losing the fight, it's about winning a point. And I don't know, I think they had really good pushes on our lobby, and they got like early picks, and at this time I think we was two last on this, like them pushing on our lobby and getting frags. And I don't know, I think like everyone, you said Blade had a good game, Neo, Korvac, we all had a really good game, because we've played together for so long. Our team fights are, it's like this, it's a team fight, like we all know together perfectly.
It's synergy, yeah.
And in the end, like our focus may not be perfect. In the end, we had the respawners in time as well. Like, it's not only because we were good, we had like the good situations on time, and sometimes they had like, Tiger hit me an awesome rocket on last, and he crushed me.
And you created, yeah.
Yeah, like it was, what the fuck. But team fights were key, and it's not really our strongest asset, I'd say. Like, we have very good pushes, stuff like that, but not really team fights, and it's cool that when it matters, we could step up.
One thing I will specifically compliment you guys on was your counter aggression, especially on mid fights. When they would do soldier bombs, you guys would commit, and I think it worked really well whenever they did it and whenever you reacted like that. I think you're playing really well as when you play aggressively, because it complements the strengths of your players. But yeah, who do you think was playing well for Champ this game?
Well, Tiger had a really good game, 2 maps.
You mean Walker?
Really, yeah, Walker, whatever. Like, that guy had 2 great maps, I think. Aliski as well has 2 good maps. Like, there's 2 middle where he completely owned me with stickies because he was so fast. But yeah, I think that's their 2 best players in this game. Kind of disappointed about Marosh. I think he didn't play as good as he could have. But I think the main reason why they weren't as good as you could have expected is because we knew what they would do. Like, we knew their mids, we knew their last pushes, we knew their last holds. So basically, when you know the team strategy overall, it's easier to shut down individualities.
Yeah, I think you guys clearly put in your work in studying the opponent's side, and I don't think Champ were doing the same. And it pays off. You guys, you had a good idea of what they were doing a lot of the time, and I don't think the same could be said for Champ. There was a lot of like last pushes where they weren't really reacting to what you were doing. You know, sometimes you had Vaccinator and Heavy, and they weren't coordinated in playing the point and that kind of thing. But from what I saw from you guys, there was one push I remember in particular where you just walked in, cleared the stickies on the point, killed the sentry, played both scouts on the point, and I think you capped it while like 5 of the players on Champ were up. But yeah, compliments to you guys. I'm a bit disappointed no one from Champ is in for an interview. Maybe they're a bit tilted. But yeah.
Well, I think Champ expected to win, I guess. Like, if they want to beat 7, if they want to win the league, we shouldn't be a major problem. Maybe that's why I think we were the underdogs. That's kind of what helped us.
I think they underestimated you in this.
I wouldn't say underestimate, but they just thought they were better, and we stepped up. It's not about underestimating. It's just Like maybe we did something they didn't expect, but not because they didn't, like we played well, but not, I don't know how to say this, but I don't think they thought we were bad, but they just didn't expect us to be that good. Yeah, okay, that's pretty much the same about underestimating, but I understand what I'm saying, that's the point.
I mean, we are, but we're probably thinking quite a lot of process because that's the map we just played, which I think you guys were quite dominant on process, even though it was 3-2 for most of the game, or towards the end at least. I think Snakewater was a lot closer. I don't know if there's something about the map that you think maybe plays more in their favor than it does in process. Personally, I think process is between the second points in the mid. I think it's a really good map for aggressive TF2 play, and I think that's what you guys were doing really well. But I think stalemating. You said Marosh wasn't playing too great, but he was hitting a lot of good headshots on Snakewater.
Yeah, he did.
Not to discredit his play, I think him, Walker to an extent as well. But I think your flank, Blade, Korvac, Neo, I think they were having a lot more trouble on Snake than they were in process to make the plays and play aggressively.
Well, when you think about it, Snakewater mainly played on our last, and that's why maybe our flank can't really play well, because they have to hold, they have to watch for snipers, stuff like that. Process was a bit more open, and we had more room to work with. We could do some pushes, and that's where Blade and Korvac shines. But like when you see the game, you wonder why Champ didn't win, because we were on our last like most of the time, and I think that's why our flank didn't do as good as it could have. But when our flank had to play good, they did great, and that's what matters. Be good when you need it to be good.
I was saying at the start, I think it was going to be a lot about the last holds. I expected more from ChampGG, but I guess you guys did your homework and you sort of figured out what they were doing. And credit to you, your last holds were really good as well. I mean, I don't know how much of the time of Snakewater you guys were on your last, but it was 1-1 at the end of the 30 minutes, and the golden cap was really close. But I don't know. Bren, do you have any thoughts?
It was some fat gameplay. That's my thoughts. Everyone played well. Just top 5 played better. There you go. That's the down low. You heard it here first. Top 5 are gonna win the season.
Yes.
I'm a converted Frenchie. I'm gonna learn French in my spare time. That's it. I'm done. Top 5 better than 7. Easy. 5 is bigger than 7.
Maybe we will be the one to beat 7, who knows?
Yeah, you will. I've already said it.
Maybe.
You are. You're going to.
Albrecht,
Yes.
you guys are going to GA, is that right?
Yes, we're going to win GA as well, so we can have like 2 titles in a row.
I mean, we're going to be there. My GA team.
You mean you're going to lose there?
Oh, yeah, that's what you think.
Yeah. Come at me, I'll catch you.
Are we... I think that's... Are we done? I think we're done.
I think
We had enough. Alright. Thank you very much, Ombrak, for joining us for that interview. It was a lovely insight. I'm a converted Frenchie. I'm gonna be doing all sorts of French things. Je mange un pantalon. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Yeah.
Of course.
Thank you very much for joining us tonight. If you watched us, it was some good games all around. If you're new to TF2, go to teamfortress.tv. You can see all the latest and greatest games that are going to be kicking off in about 5 hours' time. We've got an ESEA game that's going to be played as well, and that's probably going to be fat. I'm assuming it is. So stick around for that if you like. But other than that, give the channel a follow. Give the YouTube a follow, a subscribe, I think they call it these days. Pound that like button. Is that what the kids are doing these days? Who knows? Anyway, thanks for joining us. It was some good TF2. We hope to catch you next time. See you later.